Good morning, gurus. Welcome to another episode. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Hit the subscribe button. Join 77,000 people. Smash up, thumbs up on it. Bitcoin bouncing back, which is good. We need to break back above 20,000. That's very important. If we get rejected here, we can be double bottoming at 17,800. Mcrt, big recovery yesterday and just amazing news. It went up 3,000 followers on Twitter. Won a bunch of awards as one of the most popular traded currencies on Phantom, on BNB chain. Massive volume coming into Mcrt, which is after the gate listing. The gate listing, what happened is they launched it with a 1 decimal place missing. So gate launched it 10 times cheaper than the actual price, and that sent it skyrocketing up. And on gate, it looked like it did 900%, but it was actually minus 35% after the gate listing. We're on talks with Gate now on ways to fix this and their mistake. Let's jump into the technicals for Bitcoin now. We're going into the technicals for Bitcoin. In the longer term, like when it comes to Mcrt, you have to do your own due diligence, but don't get too caught up in the short term. Remember, it's up more than 1,000% in the last 2 months, and the main thing is that we're building the best play-to-earn game in the space, and not just that, the best game. And we really want to separate ourselves a little bit from just crypto, because Mcrt is an actual epic game. And for example, PUBG, which is the most popular one of the most popular mobile games, make $5 billion. So this is the peak for Bitcoin at 69k. We've been down on this red trend line. Until we break it, that's when we can go a little bit bullish, and it looks like it's coming close. It could be breaking it actually in the next few weeks. 1 week here, 2 weeks. By the 26th of September, we come to a point where we either drop very strongly or we break through. The 26th of September is the key week. Stochastic extremely oversold. On the monthly, stochastic extremely oversold. On the daily, extremely oversold, turning up. On the 4-hourly, oversold, turning up. And again, the time to sell was at 69k. It can drop quickly to 12k. Very unlikely, but possible. But in my opinion, the time to start buying is now at these points and laddering down. Not all your money in one go, but starting to ladder. Another strong support is here. So at these points, it's time to be adding Bitcoin, in my opinion. You have to do your own due diligence, not financial advice. But at these areas, it's time, in my opinion, to be adding Bitcoin at these strong supports. So what you could do if you have, for example, $100,000, you could ladder into Bitcoin. So I'll put another one. That's another strong support at 14. You could ladder in and put buy orders all the way at these yellow lines. So you've got multiple yellow lines here. So you could put buy orders down onto these yellow lines. So here, 17, 16, 14, 12k, expecting bounces if we come down. My theory, what I think is going to happen is most likely we get a double bottom bounce here at the 17,000. We are going to get a bounce at 17,800 no matter what. It will be a strong bounce there because that was a double bottom and a major support. So we will get a double bottom bounce there. Now, do we hold and is that the bottom? That's the question. Or do we come back down to the lower levels? Now, in my opinion, it doesn't matter either way. The best strategy is don't put all your money here. If you have $100,000 to put into Bitcoin, don't put it all here. Put it here, 10,000, ladder in at these very strong supports is my recommendation. But do your own due diligence, not financial advice. On the 4-hourly, oversold, heading up. On the hourly, overbought. On the 15-minute, oversold. So it looks like we are going to get a little bit of a rally. Let's check out the RSI if that's showing any divergences. RSI is showing a little bit of a bullish divergence, which is good. Squeeze mob on the 4-hourly is going towards the green. Stochastic is heading up. On the daily, squeeze mob also going towards the green. RSI is also bottoming out. Double bottom bounce on RSI. I think we're going to have a little bit of a recovery here on Bitcoin back into the 20k range. We had a big bounce from yesterday from 18,500 to 19,000, which is good. The Bitcoin indicator bot has fired a buy, everyone. Wow, it fired a buy, everyone. Look at this. It fired a sell up here at 25k, and it didn't fire a buy till just yesterday. So till today. So the Bitcoin indicator bot has now fired a buy yesterday. It fired a buy. Beautiful. So I would be going long here on Bitcoin. Target is the top of this red downtrend line. I'd be at the top of this resistance. So I'd be going long here, stop loss below yesterday, and take profit at the red trend line. That gives us a 4.62 ratio trade, risking $838 to make $3,876 without leverage. With 10x leverage, that would be $38,000. That's the trade I would be opening on Bitcoin. Stop loss at the support 18,400. Opening the trade 19,300. Stop loss and the take profit 23,157. 4.6 ratio trade. So you make $3,800 or 20% without leverage. With 10x leverage, would be 200%. That's the trade that I take on Bitcoin, which is beautiful. Mcrt is doing a strong recovery this morning with Bitcoin's pump up 2.3%, up 2.3, ranked 602. Ethereum chain, BNB Smart Chain, Solana, Certic audited, which is the biggest auditing company, almost reaching that $20 million market cap. Volume 2.6 million yesterday, still massive volume. On the daily, we had a big drop after this Gate fiasco. After Gate listed at 10 times less, just before Gate we were reaching almost 2 cents again with 3 million volume. Then it dropped, but the volume went up to like 5 million. Now we're having a little bit of recovery. On the monthly charts, quite a big drop in the last week. On the monthly, still up, but big pullback from that 2 cents. On the 3 months, massively up, almost up 10 times, which is beautiful, and huge volume starting to come in. And if we go to the longer term time frames for MCRT, if we look at it on the longer term time frames, here, its all-time high was when we first launched the token in 2011 November. At the end of the bull run, it went up massively all the way to 8 cents at the end of the bull run. Then when the bull run broke and the bear market happened, it massively dropped, and then we were in a bear market for over a year while we've been building the game, building the team. And then when we released sightings of the game and everything, we started to get this huge volume and started to and went up 10x from that bottom. You can get MCRT on PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap now has a decentralized exchange, which is pretty interesting. Right now, $1 gets you around 79 MCRT, sitting at 1.5 cents. 24 hours, weekly charts. I like PancakeSwap a lot because it's a decentralized exchange. On the weekly, we're down a bit. On the monthly, massively up. One MCRT, $1 gives you 879 MCRT. $100, 7,800 MCRT. $1,000 gives you 78,000 MCRT. And my audience, I really want you to understand this. You have to do your own due diligence. This is not financial advice, but start paying attention to MCRT. If we reach the market cap of Axie Infinity, which is a game that's much worse than ours, it's a $1.1 billion valuation. Right now we're sitting at $20 million market cap. So it's a massive, it's almost the 70x from where we are right now. That's the equivalent of, if you put 1,000, reaching $70,000 or 100,000, 7 million. If you listen to my warnings to pay attention 2 months ago, if you put 1,000, you already have $11,000. If you put 100,000, you already have 1.1 million. So pay attention to MCRT. You have to do your own due diligence, not financial advice, but pay attention. Start researching MCRT. You can find it on CoinMarketCap and PancakeSwap. It's tradable there, which is beautiful. Also, you can stake on app.magicraft.io. Right now, there's an APR of 20. A lot of people staking recently, so they 27.96, 465 million MCRT is staked. You got different staking periods with different bonuses. App.magicraft.io to do that staking, which is beautiful. So that's what's happening on Bitcoin. We went up 3,000 followers on Twitter in the last 2 days, which is epic. You can see most bullish highlights on metaverse projects. We ranked as one of the top metaverse projects, but to be honest, the comparable projects don't have a game, and they won't have a game for over 3 years. We've built a game, so we know how long it takes, and we've got very proprietary technology. It's very amazing what we've been building. It's actually an epic game. We were also one of the hottest on the BNB chain, which is beautiful. MCRT is one of the hottest tokens. Top gainers on BNB chain, MCRT as well. We want to get listed on BlockFi with FTX. So if everyone can go to that tweet and support it. Magicraft giveaway is finished. Congratulations to these winners for the NFT. You guys won some Genesis NFT collections. Remember, you need to have 1 million MCRT or 1 Genesis NFT collection to be in the closed beta. We will start inviting people to that closed beta. Right now, there's quite a lot of people already in the closed beta testing it. It's epic. And join us in Telegram. We have a community of 46,739 members all talking together, discussing the project, which is beautiful. And this guy has 23 characters NFT, so some people getting legendary. Now it's on Gate. There's just a lot of interesting stuff happening for Magicraft at the moment. And on PancakeSwap, this is interesting. BNB MCRT, there's 58% APR on PancakeSwap, adding liquidity. 58% APR. That's not set by us. That's set by PancakeSwap because the amount of usage the pair is having. BNB MCRT 58% APR, and BUSD MCRT, which is a stablecoin, BUSD 32% APR. which is epic. You can find that on PancakeSwap. That's a lot of the things that are happening right now. This was us testing the game yesterday with the team. This one gets 10 30. Or should we split it 3,000 for the top 3 players? 3,000, 3,000.
I think we should split.
And just to put things in perspective as well, PUBG, this is how much money PUBG grosses $5 billion after generating 7.4 million per day in 2020. 5 billion PUBG, the most popular game in the app stores. 5 billion, and that's what I'm talking about. The gaming industry is a $300 billion a year industry, and our goal is not to just be the best play to earn game. Our goal is in crypto. Our goal is to be the best game overall across the markets. And to put this market in perspective, what's happened now with Mcrt going up 11 times is the equivalent of Bitcoin going to $220,000. It's the equivalent of Ethereum going to $22,000. If Mcrt beats Axie Infinity, it's the equivalent of Bitcoin going up 70 times from where we are right now, which would put it at 70 times 20,000. So 7 times 20,000 would be 1.4 million. No, 140,000. So 70 times will be it's the equivalent of Bitcoin going to 1.4 million per Bitcoin, or the equivalent of Ethereum going to $140,000. Yeah. So quite big movements are happening currently on Mcrt. So do your own due diligence, but pay attention. Why do I talk about this so much? Because 3 billion people play games from their mobile phones around the world. 3 billion gamers. The gaming industry is 7 times bigger than the music industry and 4 times bigger than the movie industry. All movie industry, including Hollywood. And the gaming industry is bigger than the music industry and the movie industry combined. That's how big of an industry that's why I'm getting into it. My goal is to become one of the richest person in the world and build a world-changing technology. And play to earn gaming is revolutionary because it's going to allow people all around the world to play from their mobile phones and earn a standard wage of living. So it's a universal basic income. That's why I really push it. It's abundance for all. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.